Hi, it's Dreyer, and welcome to the Financial Freedom Challenge, where our mission is to help you to create, to grow, to protect, and to enjoy a life of abundance. And today I'm going to give you a very easy, let's call it a process that you can follow in order to become financially free. And it's actually a very, very simple process. In order to become financially free, we need the right information in the right order for the level of the game that we're at, and then we simply have to go out and do it. And that's all. Okay, so the first thing that we need to do is to go back to the intent. What do I want? In other words, we need to define what does financial freedom mean to you. And once you've got that, then the second thing is we need to know where we are. In other words, what is the level that we're at? Because unless you know your level, you're going to waste a lot of time and a lot of energy getting information and building skills that's not going to benefit you in order to move to that level. Let me give you an example. If you started a business and you are at the level 2, which is basically the profit drivers, or in your investment, the growth drivers. When you're at that phase, what you need to do is to get the maximum growth out of your investment, in other words, out of your business, because unless you're going to do that, you're going to get stuck moving forward. Now, why do I say that? I see that a lot of people, they start off, they've got an idea, and then they start building systems. Now, a system is actually a level 3 activity. So they are skipping the level 2 activity, start building a level 3, or they get their structures in place. I see that a lot of people, they say, before I'm going to start, I need to get the right structures because the experts are telling me to get the right financial structures, you know, a trust and a company and all of that. And they set all of that up, but that is a waste of time, because if you're not going to have a business that's going to work, then why do you even try to do that? So start at the level 1, and the level 1 is to go through what we call the canvas. In other words, make sure that this is what the people want and that you target the market right. And then move on to the prototype, which is also in a level 1, to see if people are actually willing to buy that product or service or idea that you've got. Once that is in place, then you move on to a level 2, where you start driving profits. And there's basically 5 profit drivers, up to 7, depending on the industry that you're in. But that is the crucial part at the level 2. So anything else that you start doing at the level 2 is not going to help you. But you can't move up to a level 2 unless you've done what you were supposed to do at the level 1. And that is to target the market and to understand the market and their needs and how to position yourself in that market so that people will buy from you. Right. So anything else that you're going to do at that stage is a waste of time. Also at that stage, at the level 2, you're going to start to see what is working, what is not working by following the formula for riches. And then you're going to document that. And that is where the processes and procedures will come from. And based on the process and procedures, you're going to change that into policies, and you're going to change the policies into a system. Now you start moving on to a level 3. All right. So to become wealthy is actually a very, very simple process, and it's a wealth that you're going to build up that's going to give you the financial independence, which will be financial freedom, right? So make sure that you understand where you are, because unless you know where you are and what are the steps that you need to take where you are, and then look for the dysfunctional problems, in other words, that you've skipped at lower levels. Because if you start off with the investment and that investment is not going to give you your financial, at least better than your financial freedom growth rate, it's a waste of time to continue with that, because that investment, like a unit trust, if your financial freedom growth rate is 50 or 80%, and that is giving you 15%, it's a waste of time. It will never help you to become financially free, because you're not doing the right things in the right order for the level of the game that you're at. And you are not taking action, because you break the formula by thinking that someone else is going to make you rich. So there you've got the process. If I can basically recap, is to know, first of all, who you are and where you want to be. That is where your financial freedom growth rate is going to come in. And then to do the right things in the right order for the level of the game that you're at. And then take massive action to make that a reality, and to test it and to see what is working and what is not working. Okay, so the challenge for today is very simple. where are you financially? Where are you in terms of your business? If you do have a business, or in your job, what's the level? And then what can you do to improve that? That is for that level. In other words, there's certain things that you can do for that level in order to start improving, in order to start moving up on this ladder of success. So make sure that you understand who you are, where you want to be, and then get the right information for that level that you're at. And then make sure that you're in the right order, because each and every level, for example, at the level 2 in the profit drivers, there's a sequence that you have to follow, because unless you're going to follow that sequence, it's also a waste of time. And then simply do that. So in closing, always remember that in order to create financial freedom, you must make sure that today is going to be a perfect day. In other words, make sure that you follow this little sequence that I've just gave you. Make sure that you understand who you are, where you are, and then at what level you're at, and then get the right information for the level that you're at, and then start doing that. And this simply means that each and every day is going to require a couple of things. By now, you know it. It's going to take a lot of responsibility, because I can't pass my responsibility on to someone else thinking that they're going to make me rich. It is simply not, it is not possible, okay? Especially if your financial freedom growth rate is like above 20 or 30%. So take the responsibility to make sure that you're going to happen, because you need the right information in the right sequence for the level of the game that you're at, and then start making it happen. You must understand what is your intent. What is your intent for the level of the game that you're at? Because if you've got an intent for levels that is above you, and you're not going to focus on doing those things by applying the formula for riches that you're supposed to do. And then it's going to take time, it's going to take effort, it's going to take the right mindsets, and it's going to take a lot of action. In other words, you have to apply massive action in order to get to where you want to be. And that simply means that you're going to consistently doing what needs to be done. Is the only way that's going to give you the results that you want. So every single action that you're going to take today is either going to move you forward, or it's going to take you one step away from financial freedom. And if you really are serious about financial freedom, you have to check these things. You need to make sure that you do the right things in the right order for the level of the game that you're at, and then you have to implement it. In other words, you have to take massive action. That's the only way to get to financial freedom. So today I basically challenge you to make this a reality, to make this today a perfect day by checking this, and then do it on a day-to-day basis. As always, you know, if you've got any questions or comments or suggestions about financial freedom, then please post them in the comment box below, and I will help if I can. Also remember to subscribe to my blog, blog.hannesdreyer.com, if you're not already on that, and also subscribe to my YouTube channel. That is going to help you, or it can help you, regarding financial freedom. And then yes, feedback regarding my heart rate challenge. Now, a lot of people say to me, but why do you include the heart rate challenge? Because, you know, to have the good life, there's basically 4 things that we need to do. We need to have health, wealth, love, and happiness. And unless you're going to have the health part right, the rest is again a waste of time, because we need to do the right things in the right order for the level of the game that we're at. And one of the things that you need to do is to get the right mindsets. In other words, the health, and the health has got 2 components to it. That's the mental health, which we're doing on a day-to-day basis now for the last 51 days, I think. And then secondly, the physical health, because unless you've got a healthy body, it's going to be very, very difficult to first of all, to achieve the things that you want to achieve, and secondly, to be able to enjoy the things that you've achieved. Okay, so I've done what I was supposed to do with my heart rate challenge. Please share this video with other people if you think that can help them as well. In doing so, we are spreading the good news, or the word that it is possible for each and every person on this planet Earth, if they are serious about financial freedom, that they can have it, because we were born to have a life of absolute abundance. And if a person like me can do it, then anyone can do it. So I really hope that you enjoyed watching this video as much as I've enjoyed making this video for you. And then we're going to leave here today, and then tomorrow I'll see you. I'm not sure where we're going to be, but then I'll see you tomorrow. See you.